Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner. I'm Elsie Johnson, and we are two sisters, Southern Cooking. Okay, so I was in the kitchen today making the chocolate chess pie, and Ben asked me, he said, can you make me something sweet? So I'm making him a brown sugar pound cake. Now, I have no white granulated sugar in the house whatsoever. I used the last of it up on the chocolate chess pie. So I was brainstorming and was like, what can I use? So I'm going to use brown sugar. I have a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of coconut to put in this. You usually use almond extract, but I don't have any. So we improvise. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 sticks of butter in to my mixer. This is softened at room temperature and it's been out for a while. So it should be nice and ready to be mixed up with the sugar. Hold on. So I got me some new spatulas from Pioneer Woman. When I looked at the price of the spatulas at Pampered Chef, it's pricey. I went this past weekend and was looking at a dealer at this festival that we went to over the weekend, and these spatulas are pretty expensive. For something similar to this was like $12 to $15. It's like, good grief. I got the whole set at Walmart for like $9 for like 4 spatulas. So, and that's for Pioneer Woman. Holds up just as well. All right, got my bowl locked in. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my sugar. Now remember, this sugar already has molasses in it, so it is pretty thick to begin with. So it might not come out as creamy as it would with granulated sugar and the butter. But we're gonna make it delicious. So we're going to paddle it down till it's pretty smooth, and then we will add in 1 egg at a time. Okay, so we're adding in the last of our eggs. So what we're going to do now is start adding in our liquid. We have a cup of buttermilk and we have our all-purpose flour. Now I'm using white lily because it is the softest of the flours on the market. So what I'm going to do is start spooning in our flour, and pouring our buttermilk in. This cake batter already looks incredible, and you should see my fluted pan. Oh my gosh, my mom gave this to me for Christmas last year. I have to show you this. Look at this inside. Isn't that the coolest thing? So I got that for Christmas last year from my mom. And I baked in it a couple times. I love to make lemon cake in it because the lemon glaze just comes down off of the sides of it. Just beautiful. The very last thing that I'm going to do is to add in my vanilla and coconut. Now, you can put a ½ teaspoon of almond in it, but I don't have that either. So if you bake a lot, you know what I mean about running out of stuff, because you're always constantly having to restock your cupboard. I know we do when we're over at Elsie's. We constantly have to run out and get stuff. We go through a lot of cake flour too. By the way, I was at Cracker Barrel this morning. Ben treated me to breakfast, and we we're sitting there looking at the little framed pictures and paintings that are from like yesteryears that are on the walls, and there was a recipe on there for cake flour, for swan down cake flour. Oh my goodness. I had to get up and take a picture of it and send it to my sister, and I said, oh my God, we need to do an old-timey day of where we put this up on our site and make this cake. Because it had the icing, it had the cake, it had several different recipes for the cakes on there. So, all right, so we are just about done here, and I'm going to put in the vanilla and the coconut extract now. You always want your vanilla extract or any kind of extracts that you're doing to be put in last, because it helps to seal the taste of the cake. I am actually going to sweep down the sides real quick, make sure we're ready to go. Oh, this is looking amazing. Wow, it's very good. You guys are gonna have a blast with this cake, and I can't wait to put it in this pan so you can see how beautiful these cakes come out. Just beautiful. Thank you, Mom, for that cake pan. I think in the last couple of years, my mom realized how much I enjoyed being in the kitchen, and so she started restocking me every Christmas on pots and pans, different kinds of cooking things. She bought me an Instant Pot last year, and I haven't even used it yet because I love baking from, like, I want to see the process, and I like that. I know she was trying to help me out because she knows that I'm a busy woman, but I haven't even used the Instant Pot yet, to be truthful. I've used the air fryer a couple times, and I like that with the chicken wings. Makes delicious chicken wings, by the way. But I'm telling you, those baking pans and anything that is to do with baking or cooking, like pots and pans and stuff like that, is well utilized. So I'll be back, and I'll put this in the pan, and then I'll get it into the oven at 350 for 60 minutes. So I'm getting it into the pan now, so. This is going to be so good. So I'm going to have to brainstorm while I get this in the oven to see what kind of glaze I want to put on top of this, or what kind of icing. Because you know I'm kind of limited without granulated sugar. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and put our brown sugar pound cake into the oven at 350 for 60 minutes. Hey guys, so while I am waiting for my cake to bake, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to get my glaze started. So I was pondering, what can I possibly do? In the meantime, after I took the pies out of the oven, I went ahead and ran down the street real quick and voted. It took me about an hour and, probably about an hour and 15, hour and a half to vote, to get through the line. There's a lot of people out there voting, so go do your civic duty if you can. I'm working on election day, so I won't be able to vote, so I have to do it early. So whenever I have a minute, I was going to run out and do it. But anyway, so I did my civic duty. So there you go, Flora. We are Georgia voters. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put in my brown sugar into my condensed milk. Go ahead and get that all combined and mixed together, because I want to break down all the sugars in this to make it smooth, so it goes across the cake in a very smooth glaze. I'm actually going to cut the heat down on this a little bit because I don't want to burn it. So I'm going to add in, I'm going to actually take that off of that burner there so I don't burn it while I'm cutting my 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to put that in it, let it melt down, and get that all incorporated in there. And then I'm going to put in a little vanilla just to taste. And then when it's all said and done, we'll pull out this beautiful, gorgeous cake and put some glaze over top of it. Make it beautiful. This looks so thick and nice. The longer you let it to cool, the more it gets thicker, so it'll set up really nice and pretty. Look at that. It's getting there. The condensed milk helps that too, because that is such a thick consistency. So tomorrow we're going over, by the way, don't let anybody know, but I took a little sliver of the chocolate chess pie. I don't know how I'm going to hide it from them when we go over there, but I did, because I just had to have a taste of it to see exactly how good it was. Oh my God, is it good. Seriously, probably one of the best chocolate pies I have ever had in my entire life. And that includes cold pies, that includes cooked pies. Seriously, an excellent recipe. And I think I can even talk Ben into trying it, honestly. So, and the pie crust. I'm serious, guys. If you want a good surefire pie crust that is going to be flaky, tasty. Most pie crusts don't have any taste to it except for it tastes like crust. But this here has a nice taste to it. It is very smooth. Just beautiful. This here, look how thickened up it is now. It's just nice and thick. I'm going to go ahead and put in probably about a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to take it off the heat.
Elsie. And I'm Debbie with Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
We thank you for visiting our page.